So a note about having no words. I've been going through this the last couple of days. I've been here in beautiful Australia, a lot of space, a lot of nature, a lot of peace that I don't really get to experience a lot being living in Los Angeles in a very kind of busy lifestyle. It's been interesting too. I've been in a class for the last 5 days where a lot has been changing, a lot has been shifting, and I have been kind of taking an internal dive, I would say, looking at what it is I really desire to create, where my business is going next year, what I desire to do with my book for the next steps. There's just been kind of this quiet breathing room for creation, for generation, and for getting clear with myself. What I did notice, though, is when I was going to speak to people to write up classes for next year, anything really doing with expression, there just really wasn't anything formed. And it was interesting being in class and not speaking, and all the points of view that come up about if I'm not talking and raising my hand and saying something brilliant, then I'm not contributing to the class. Or going out to lunch with people who are very chatty and jokey and not really having a lot to say. Oh wow, I'm not really being the fun person and not contributing to the conversation. Same thing with going to write up my classes for next year. It's like, it's almost right there. I have the energies I desire, but the words aren't there yet. There is this sense of when there are no words, there's not connection, there's not contribution, and there's not creation, and that is just not so. So often we go into judgment of ourselves because we don't have the words. There's not really anything here yet to speak, or there's not any energy on what you might say in that moment, and that's okay. Just because you're not the one speaking doesn't mean that you're not contributing, you're not creating, and you're not connected to the people around you. You know, I work as a speech therapist. I've had many hour-long sessions with patients after brain injuries and strokes where there are very few words spoken, if any. And having that experience has been such a gift because there's a constant communication going on. There's a constant energetic gifting and receiving. There's a constant presence. There's just not words that go with it. So I invite you to really look at this for yourself, and this is what I've been doing the last few days too, of just because there aren't words right now doesn't mean that you're not creating, contributing, and connecting to that around you. So what quiet space could you take for yourself today? What words desire to be spoken, to be written, to be expressed, and the space between the words, the presence that you actually be with that. What contribution are you being that you're not acknowledging? And could you acknowledge it now and see what that starts to shift into change for you? I'll talk to you soon.